I thank the ranking member, and I welcome all of the witnesses. To the candidates who are here for the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. We've had our discussion already. I won't relitigate any of those issues here. We stand extremely ready to work with you to speed up the processes of the Nuclear Regulatory Commission so that next generation nuclear facilities can be appropriately brought online here with, to me, the most particular and ultimate goal to find technologies that will allow us to turn our existing nuclear waste stockpile, which has to be a multi-trillion-dollar liability on the books of the United States if it were properly accounted for, into an asset by allowing it to be used to create power, to create electrons. And in the meantime, I look forward to working with you to try to find ways to enable our safely operating nuclear plants to continue to safely operate rather than shut them down because they are not adequately compensated for the carbon-free nature of their power. So we've said that already. We can keep going. My concern mostly is with Ms. Bodine, and I'm sorry about the circumstance you find yourself in, because I think that the Environmental Protection Agency has, in a nutshell, been captured by a corporate polluter raiding party, and now is under the direction of agents of the big polluters that it was intended to regulate. The Founding Fathers' word for this would, I think, have been corruption. Teddy Roosevelt would probably have had far stronger words. The polluter raiding party, I'm sorry to say, it can bet on zero oversight from the EPW committee majority, which wouldn't even require the incoming administrator's disclosure of his conflicts of interest arising from his dark money political fundraising operation. Because dark money is a bizarre new phenomenon in our political world, this set of appointees was the first to raise this conflict of interest question. And this committee fell down on its duty to get the requisite disclosure to understand what those conflicts of interest might be. I'm therefore very worried that the EPA won't do much enforcing of environmental laws during this administration. As you know already, Ms. Bodine, Scott Pruitt's record on environmental enforcement is abysmal. He eliminated the Environmental Protection Unit in the Oklahoma Attorney General's office, didn't participate in the Oklahoma Environmental Crime Task Force his predecessor led, couldn't list a single environmental enforcement achievement during his confirmation, and stopped reporting the enforcement that his predecessor had reported, including numbers of criminal investigations, federal and state environmental prosecutions, felony convictions of individuals, jail time, fines, and other basic enforcement statistics. If you're doing a terrible job, I suppose the first thing you want to do is get rid of the reporting. So refusing to release those statistics recurred again. He wouldn't report even to us during his confirmation. Again, I think knowing perfectly well that this majority was not going to require any information from him. The agency that you will come in to lead has an impressive history of enforcing environmental statutes. And let me ask first if you will continue the process of reporting that has been the tradition of that part of EPA.
Yes, Senator, absolutely.
So you won't follow the Pruitt model, then, of closing the reporting to cover up the fact that there's no enforcement left?
OECA has always issued its annual enforcement numbers, and if confirmed, OECA will continue to release its annual enforcement numbers.
And if you are told by the administrator to go light, or to back off, or to take it easy, or to let it go, how will we know that that is taking place, and how will we know that you didn't say okay?
Senator, I can't accept that premise.
Okay, change it to the president. What if the president tells you that? We know he said to let Flynn go. Why wouldn't he say let some polluter go?
Enforcement has always been nonpartisan and an independent at EPA, and if confirmed, I would make sure that that continued to be true.
Is there one of the things that people do when they're asked to do things that are inconsistent with their duties is to push back or resign. Would you be prepared to do that if the pressure from the administrator were, in your view, inconsistent with the duties and obligations of the agency?
Again, Senator, I can't imagine that circumstance coming up, but yes, I have my own integrity, but so does Administrator Pruitt, and I am not at all concerned that this circumstance would ever arise.
Wow, because that runs wildly contrary to his entire record. My time has expired.